Hi, and welcome everybody to another edition of the Winner's Circle Sports Betting Podcast. I'm your host, Ross Benjamin. As always, that handsome gentleman on the other side of me, his name is Paul Chip Chirimbus, otherwise known as the A play. And there's a reason for that A play because he wins a lot of those A plays, don't you, Chipper?
Yeah, that's where I hang my hat, Ross. You know that the A play was the single strongest play on the board each and every day. And right now we're on a roll once again in Major League Baseball. We've hit our last four. We had hit 8 in a row previous to that. And now we're looking to just continue as the beat goes on.
Sounds good to me. Now we're recording on the 25th of
June.
25th, Friday the 25th. And this is for games to be played on Saturday the 26th. Boy, oh boy. You know, Chipper, I don't know if this happens to you because we work every day. I find myself, the days all blend in together unless there's a special event going on in my life.
Sometimes the seasons as well, you know, like I had a good friend, Gary London, in this business. He used to call me and go, what time of the year is this? Because it's just continuous. We don't get any days off. Each and every day we get up and we have to post. And like you said, sometimes it just all meshes together. That's why once in a while I like to take a step back and clear the head, you know?
Absolutely. The All-Star break is coming up.
Right.
That's a great time for all of us to do exactly that. But still, you're right, Chip. During the season, I got a tendency that if I get in a little bit of a funk, I like to step back away from things for 24 hours,
Right.
And then step back in. You need to, like you said, clear your head and re-energize. And this is it's a daily grind. And we do well. We win over the long run. Our records speak for ourselves in the national rankings. So, but by the same token, people got to realize they just don't win every day. And you don't win every week for that matter. For example, I was on that run for about 3 months that I couldn't do anything wrong, Chip. And then yesterday I come off an 0-3 day. And hey, that's the one thing about us. If we lose, we admit it as well. We're not one of these guys who can get out here, start yelling and screaming and tell you we're 70-3 in our last 73.
It's a day in the life for us. We know we've got to do it each and every day. And it happens. Nobody wins every day. We've said it a number of times.
In your Mega Bucks picks that are doing very well, what exactly do you have a record on those?
I'm actually over 67% right now at 49 and 24 in the last 73 releases. And I don't lay heavy favorites, and these are mostly anything from $1.15, $1.20 to having underdogs. So
that's an incredible record and an incredible run. That's not a small sample size, 49 and 24. That's around 68% actually. And hats off to my boy Chipper. He's been doing it for quite a long time, folks, and that to me speaks volumes when you have longevity and success over that longevity. You don't stay in any business for as long as Chip's been, 40 years, and myself 20 years, unless you're having success. Otherwise, unless you got an endless bankroll that you could exhaust. Go ahead.
Oh, sorry, Russ. Or you change your name like a lot of other scammers in this business.
Yeah, but here's a good thing these days. You got video, right? So you know who Chip Chirimbus is and who Ross Benjamin is. And that's the one thing. Ross Benjamin's my DBA, okay? My real first name is Rosario. My middle name is Benjamin. I'm an Italian-American, Chip. And when I first started doing radio, I told you this story back in South Florida in the early 2000s. They wouldn't let me use my Italian last name. So I, shortened my real first name, Rosario, to Ross and Benjamin, but the difference is I was Ross Benjamin back in 2002. I'm Ross Benjamin in 2021. Same thing with Paul Chip Chirimbus of the A play. Chipper, Saturday baseball. I know that we've had a lot of requests via comments that says, hey, guys, break down some baseball for me.
Yeah.
And well, that's just what we're going to do now. Again, folks, these lines are subject to change because the games are anywhere from let's see, 2:10 p.m. Eastern time on my game, 4:10 p.m. Eastern time on Chip's game. So they're at least 18 hours in advance. So just keep that in mind. Chipper, what do you got for the folks on Saturday for a free pick?
But fortunately for us, while we're doing this, the numbers don't change that dramatically in baseball like they
Yep.
would on basketball or even football. But I have a game that I can't get away from it. I looked at the schedule for tomorrow. I looked at the pitching matchups, and I'm going to come with Milwaukee, who's had the best ERA among starting pitchers, I believe, in the National League, or have been up on top for quite a while. And they're playing against the worst home away team in Major League Baseball, and I'm talking about the Colorado Rockies. The Rockies this year are 6-28 on the road, Ross. 6-28. They've won 6 of 34 games. And going back through last season, they only won 14 of the last 57. So I'm looking to play against them. But the number on this game is going to be at least 2-1. So I'm thinking the way to go here is to lay the run line, which I ordinarily don't like to do, but I just think that this is such a strong play because the pitcher for Colorado, what is he?
Antonio Sensatella.
Thank you, Sensatella.
And he's not Italian, by the way. I believe he's Venezuelan.
Yeah, he's 2-7 on the year, and he's given up 10.6 hits a game, which means the Brewers, who have had trouble scoring runs sometimes this season, might be able to come up enough runs. And Adrian Hauser, 4-5 on the year, ERA under 4, which is pretty good in this day and age.
Yeah.
They're going to be 2-1 favorites, or you can lay virtually a pick 'em if you lay a run and a half. Milwaukee is 11-5 as home favorites. They're 7-3 in their last 10 at home. And I just think that there's a side here because pitching rules. We've always said that, and Colorado just doesn't put the bat on the ball on the road. They're used to that beautiful home park where you hit a pop up the short and you end up with a 3-run homer. When I get on the road, it's not the same. So I'm going to take the Brewers here. I don't want to lay that heavy price. Like I said, I want to lay 210 because who knows what can happen. And I just don't see the Colorado being able to stay with them with their pitching and with their lack of hitting on the road. I'm going to take Milwaukee here. I think it's a solid play, and I'm even willing to risk laying the run line.
Yeah, so that's Milwaukee -1.5,
Right.
-103. And what Chipper's referring to is when we get and I'm going to have a run line play for you as well, folks. But bottom line is neither one of us are going to lay a big number like that on the money line. But if you like a play enough, we're willing to lay that 1.5 runs at a cheaper price and a less of a risk. And that's what Chipper is implying here. Yeah, I mean, it's unbelievable. Colorado 6-28 on the road. And I believe they're like 9 games over 500 at what Jim Rome used to call Williamsport. That's Coors Field in Denver, Colorado. I'm also going to go with a run line, like I just alluded to. The Pittsburgh Pirates and the St. Louis Cardinals go at it at Busch Stadium tomorrow, 2:10 p.m. Eastern time. JT Brubaker will make the start for the Pittsburgh Pirates. And Adam Wainwright, the wily veteran, will make the start for the St. Louis Cardinals. Now, St. Louis has been ice cold, and they've had a hell of a time scoring runs. Yet they're a -150 favorite in this game. The Cardinals have gone 5-1 against the Pirates this year, and the Pirates have been a terrible road team, 11-25 on the road, 8-22 versus Central Division opponents like they're going to be facing today, and 11-22 in day games, Chip. And then Brubaker, I mean, I've mentioned this to you before. I like this kid.
Yeah.
But I don't like him when he pitches against St. Louis. He's had 2 career starts against the Cardinals. Both have come this year. And he's got a 6.75 ERA and a 1.69 whip in those starts. So the Cardinals bats look to awaken tomorrow, and I think they will. And also Adam Wainwright, last 3 starts, 3-0 with a 2.25 ERA and a 0.80 whip. He's been terrific at home, Chip, in 9 home starts. 2.66 ERA, 0.95 whip, and he's averaging close to 7 innings pitched per start at home this year which is key, especially since St. Louis has a very erratic bullpen. They're good in stretches. Lately, they haven't been very good. In any event, the Cardinals are minus 150 on the money line. It's not, I don't like approaching that territory. It borders on the edge of where I like to go. And I'm going to use the run line as well here. I'm going to take the St. Louis Cardinals minus 1.5 at money line odds of plus 125 over Pittsburgh. Once again, Chip Chirimbus is on the Milwaukee Brewers, minus 1.5, minus 103 against the abysmal road team Colorado Rockies. And Ross Benjamin, yours truly, is on the St. Louis Cardinals, minus 1.5, plus 125 over Pittsburgh. Chip, before we go, where could they find you? How could they reach you? And once again, how are you doing?
I'm doing well. I'll give you all that information. I just want to make one more comment, Russ.
Sure.
Biggest drawback we have on taking a run line with home teams is we're missing one at bat. We only get up 8 times if we're going to cover. And so many times in the past, we've seen where you've had a 3-run lead or a 2-run lead, and then they'll give up 1 run in the 9th inning, and you never even get a chance to get up. Plus the fact, if the game is tied, you need a home run to cover the 2-run spread with a man on base.
Or hope for extra innings. I mean,
Right.
well, that doesn't even matter because if you're the home team, that really doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You still need a home run. Yeah.
So, that's the precarious part about taking a run line with a home team. And I thought I'd mention that. But I list every day my games on chipwins.com. You can follow the buy links or give me a call at 1-702-931-2447. That's 702-931-CHIP. And we'll sit there and get a program which is suited to your needs. Some people aren't interested in the NBA. Some people would just rather have the baseball. And we could change our package for you without any difficulties. That's chipwins.com, Ross. And we're really cooking right now in Major League Baseball.
Again, folks, that's chipwins.com. Chip's on a 49-24 run with his A plays. Those are his best bets. You could find me at rbwins.com. Not as good as Chip with the best bets, but still around 60%, going 60-41 with my last 101 10-star top plays, which is Chip's equivalent of Megabucks plays. And Major League Baseball, 11th overall nationally. NBA, I dropped to number 3, Chip. I'm very, very depressed about that. I got to get back up there and doing well, folks. Number 11 overall, the overall capper in terms of money earned for the 2021 calendar year. Again, you can find me at rbwins.com. And like Chip, if you'd like me to design a package specifically to your needs, I could do that. That doesn't mean that I'm going to give you 50% off of anything. It's just sometimes people want certain things, and I could accommodate you, but you have to call me for that. 781-571-0299. That's 781-571-0299. I employ no salespeople. You'll talk to me and me directly. And I look forward to talking to you if you so indeed want to do so. And right, Chip, again, getting back to your point about the MLB run line plays, I would say this, okay, and I agree with what you're saying. But if I got to worry about a last at bat when I'm laying 1.5 runs, I shouldn't make the play.
Yep.
Simple as that. But you're right. I mean, you're at a distinct disadvantage. And I've been burned in the fashion exactly what you just described. But in any event, we like these games to go big. Again, Chip Chirimbus, Milwaukee minus 1.5, minus 103 over Colorado. Ross Benjamin, St. Louis minus 1.5, plus 125 over the Pittsburgh Pirates. Until the next time, for Chip Chirimbus, I'm Ross Benjamin. Have a great weekend.